Welcome back to Living Local. Throughout history, humans and horses have had a close relationship. New Kingdom Trailriders, a local nonprofit, works to reconnect individuals with the healing power of horses. NKT empowers people facing physical or emotional challenges to live more fulfilling lives through equine-assisted activities. Joining us in studio today is Jody Barton. She is the Executive Director of New Kingdom Trailriders. So great to have you back on the show, Jody.
Thanks for having me. I love being here. I love to let people know what we do, and this is a great way to do it, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, we know you are so passionate about the mission of NKT, and I cannot wait to dive in. So how did this get started in the first place?
It got started by a group of people who did trail riding and owned horses themselves, and they just really knew the benefit of what those horses could do for people, and so they formed New Kingdom Trailriders, made a group, and just started helping as many people as they can. And we've been around since 1984, so we've been quite a while that we've been working with the community and just making a difference and changing the lives of many people through our horses.
Now, why did you want to get on board with this and then now become the executive director?
So my daughter struggles with mental illness, and her adolescence was really hard, and I was on a quest to find help for her, and I was willing to try and do anything. And I grew up in Sherrard, so I'd heard New Kingdom Trailriders, just wasn't really sure what they did. So I'd stopped in and watched a lesson, fell in love with it, and in my quest to find help for her, I ended up finding help for myself as a volunteer even. I didn't realize that as a caretaker and taking care of her, how focused on, I was just so focused on her and making sure she was okay that I forgot about myself, and I didn't realize how anxious or depressed or fearful I had become until I started volunteering and kind of just started feeling all of that lift off my shoulders and was like, oh my gosh, I'm smiling again, this is amazing. So it kind of, you know, something I want to do more and more of and become more a part of it. And next thing I knew, in 2018, I became the executive director, which is great because I know what the therapeutic horseback riding can do. I know what New Kingdom Trailriders can do, and because of that, it's kind of my goal and mission to try to help as many people as I can. I don't want to see families suffer the way that we have. So I'm excited to be a part of all of this.
Right, you've experienced those benefits firsthand, and now as the executive director, you are spreading this message of hope and healing with so many other people that could use it. So if people aren't familiar, what kind of programs does NKT offer?
Well, we aren't like a traditional therapeutic horseback riding barn. We don't have programs per se, we have a program. And that was really important to me because when people walk in, people who struggle, whether it's physically, mentally, socially, emotionally, doesn't really matter. All they really want is to feel like everybody else. They just want to be regular and not have to concentrate or worry so much on what their problems are. So we have created an environment at New Kingdom Trailriders of acceptance and encouragement. Anybody who walks through the barn, whether it's a volunteer, a rider, a staff member, a visitor, it doesn't matter. Instantly you're accepted for who you are, and we just kind of take you into our fold and welcome you and accept you for just being Brittany or Jody or whoever, and then you're encouraged to do what you can and even what you don't think you can or realize you can. In turn, it's just become a very empowering environment, and of course the horses are there to motivate and help people work through a lot of their challenges naturally.
Now, what are some of those benefits that horses can provide uniquely?
So horses are amazing creatures beyond being beautiful and super cool. They can provide a lot for a person physically. Their gait is the same as a person's walking gait. So can you imagine somebody who's in crutches or a wheelchair or braces who don't walk like you and I do, and they're not using muscles that you and I would do, but you put them on top of a horse and just sitting there having fun, they are able to benefit from those as if they were walking and using muscles and gaining balance and core strength that they wouldn't normally be able to get. So physically it's amazing. They also can get eye-hand coordination, and they also build gross motor skills too. The social, emotional, mental side of it is just amazing. Cognitively it's great. I'm sure you can imagine you're a person who doesn't really believe in yourself or think you can accomplish very much, but you get on top of a horse and you ride through the poles on your own, or you trot for the very first time. I know the first time I trotted on a horse without having to hold on to the horn, I felt like I could conquer the world.
Right, it's such a confidence booster.
Yes. So you accomplish these things and you walk off your horse and you just feel like you can do anything. I've seen little kids overcome their fears. I've seen grown-ups overcome their fears through horseback riding, and it's just amazing. It's very powerful. It's just an empowering thing to know that you can control this 1,200-pound animal.
Right.
So it's
wow.
awesome.
Such a beautiful, beautiful story there. What upcoming events does New Kingdom Trailriders have on plan?
We have a lot of things planned. We have a horse show planned for our riders. We have another horse show that we hope to do for the public, but our biggest ones, we are going to work with the Quad City Storm. We've been very blessed with a sponsorship with Key Auto Mall, and they chose us they're sponsoring the February 15th Quad City Storm game, and they have chose New Kingdom Trailriders as their nonprofit to benefit from this. So that game we will be able to benefit through Chuck-a-Puck, a jersey auction, and some ticket sales. Then we also have our Join the Journey event. This will be the 3rd year for it. It's an event that's been made to help people get excited about what we do and want to join our journey, whether it's as a rider, a volunteer, a donor, it doesn't matter. We celebrate our riders and what we're doing at New Kingdom Trailriders, along with doing some fundraising events. We also have a rock and roll bingo scheduled, so there's a lot of things going on. I like to keep people busy and involved, so we have a lot planned.
That is great. Yeah, staying busy for sure. So how can someone sign up for a lesson?
That's pretty easy. We have a website. You go to the website. All the forms that you need are on the website. The rider forms, volunteer forms, and we do offer some scholarships, so the scholarship forms are there as well. Once you've done that, then you need to contact Monica. Her information is all online. Contact her, let her know you're interested, you have your forms, and then we'll schedule an intake. The intakes are something that we do with each of our riders so that we know what horse is best for them. We have 15 horses to choose from, which is amazing. The kind of volunteers they need, how much help they need, support for their lesson, group lesson versus private lesson, and then we also try to put them in the best group that we can so that they can form relationships with other people, they can be encouraged by each other, and then that helps them move forward as well.
Wonderful. Well, Jody, thank you so much for being here. We love hearing your story and what you are doing with New Kingdom Trailriders.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, you guys, for more information, you can visit nktriders.org. We'll also have those details posted on ourquadcities.com.